Hi, good day everyone. So this is Teacher Carl teaching you health education. Before we go to your subject, let's read first about your conversation. So listen carefully.
About myself. My name is. My nickname is. My birthday is on. I am now years old. I live with my parents. I have one younger sister. My father is. My mother is. Every morning I get up at 5:30 a.m. and get ready for school. My mother prepares breakfast for me. The school van comes to pick me up at 6:30 a.m. I arrive at school around 7 o'clock. I study at Sarasas. School. Grade. I enjoy learning for the whole day. I participate in all activities at school. I study many subjects with foreign teachers. I can speak English well. I study Chinese with a Chinese teacher. I like to play volleyball with my friends. I also learn music. I like to play the violin and saxophone. My father picks me up around 5:30 p.m. When I arrive home, I take a shower. I have dinner at 7:45 with my family. After dinner, I practice the violin and do homework. I go to bed at 9:30. I have a happy life.
Before we go to your subject, let's read first about your vocabulary. So please repeat after me 3 times and read the meaning in Thai as well. Let's start with math. Protractor, protractor, protractor. Dimension, dimension, dimension. Geometry, geometry, geometry. Next, science. Bump, bump, bump. Cartilage, cartilage, cartilage. Cure, cure, cure. Next, let's go to your social. Loyal, loyal, loyal. Faithful, faithful. Primary, primary, primary. Now let's go to your health education. Penis, penis, penis. Period, period, period. Swelling, swelling, swelling. Now let's go to your last subject, English. Fried rice, fried rice, fried rice. Juice, juice, juice. Sausage, sausage, sausage. Our vocabs is finished. Now let's go to your dictation. So please write the day today and write numbers 1, 2, and 3. I'll give you time to finish that one. Are you finished? Now let's go to your dictation. For dictation number 1, please write the spelling of disease. Again, write the spelling of disease. For number 2, write the spelling of pregnancy. Write the spelling of pregnancy. And for number 3, please write the spelling of severe. Write the spelling of severe. It's time to check your dictation. For number 1, disease. D I S E A S. Disease. Did you get the correct spelling? Very good. For number 2, pregnancy. P R E G N A N C Y. Pregnancy. Let's go to number 3. severe. Severe. Did you get all the correct spelling? Very good. Now, before we go to your main topic, we are going to have a lesson review of what we have learned in the past video. So in the past video, we have learned about the factors influencing attitude towards sex. And so there are 4 factors. Number 1 is family. That to say that attitude towards sex is something that has been cultivated since childhood. Next, for number 2, we have culture. We say that society is changing and technology has allowed us ways to interact with each other more rapidly. Next, for number 3, we have friend. We say that friends play a major role for adolescents, and if you choose to make friends with the wrong person, there's a high tendency that you will also misbehave like your friend. And for the last factor, we have the media. We say that there are many types of inappropriate media which are readily available and very easy to obtain. Examples are comics, cartoons, novels, internet services, video clips, mobile phones, and computer games that contain pictures and content relating to sex. If you consume inappropriate material, it could affect your behavior and attitude towards sex in a bad way. So those are the factors influencing attitude toward sex. Now let's go to your main topic for this video. Our topic for today is problems and the effects of sexual intercourse during adolescence. Adolescence is the time when feelings develop into strong desires. It is the time when the body becomes physically mature and more sensitive. It is possible that these changes could lead to many different problems. So in this video, we are going to talk about problems. Problems arising from sexual intercourse during adolescence. So I have here 3 problems. It could be physical problem health, or mental health problem, or social problems. But we are going to focus on number 1, that is physical health problem. Let's start. So we have here number 1 problem in the physical health problem is unintended pregnancy. If we say unintended pregnancy, it is a pregnancy occurs when the teen is not ready or that has not been planned. Again, a pregnancy occurs when a teen is not ready or that has not been planned. So that is unintended pregnancy. So if you have an intended pregnancy, you may face or it may lead to many problems. Like number 1, we have the abortion. So if we say abortion, we are going to take out the fetus inside the womb of a woman. Again, if we say abortion, we are going to take out the fetus inside the womb of a woman, just like killing the baby inside. So that is very, very bad. So that is a problem arising when a woman has an unintended pregnancy. Now, the next problem is suspended from school. So if you have an intended pregnancy, you may be suspended from school. The next problem is burden of a family having to nurse the baby. Again, burden of a family having to nurse the baby. And for the last problem arising for the unintended pregnancy is divorce. This is being unprepared for a relationship that could eventually end with divorce. So if you are unprepared and you always quarrel with your partner, it may lead to divorce because you are still very, very young. So that is unintended pregnancy. Now let's go to the next one problem about physical health. That is sexual transmitted disease. Again, sexual transmitted disease. So if we are going to have sexual intercourse during adolescence, we may have sexual transmitted disease. Example is the syphilis. If we say syphilis, it is a common disease caused by bacterium. Again, if you say syphilis, it is a common disease caused by bacterium. And if you have this disease, your skin will be like this. Now, how syphilis is spread? It can be spread by sexual intercourse or physical contact of either body. Again, it can be spread by sexual intercourse or physical contact of either body. Or personal belongings. Examples are used towel of the infected person or used clothes of the infected person. That is how syphilis will be spread. Now, let's go. What can it cause? So, syphilis, it can cause complication or abnormalities in major organs. Again, it can cause complication or abnormalities in major organs. Next, what it can cause? It can be directly transmitted to the fetus in the womb. Again, it can be directly transmitted to the fetus in the womb that can cause abnormalities or the death of the fetus. Again, it can be directly transmitted to the fetus in the womb that can cause abnormalities or the death of the fetus. That is the syphilis. Now let's go to the next one, gonorrhea. Again, gonorrhea. So what is a gonorrhea? A gonorrhea is a common venereal disease caused by bacterium. Again, gonorrhea is a common venereal disease caused by bacterium. Gonorrhea, what can it cause? So gonorrhea, it can cause a discharge of a pus. As you can see in the picture, that is the discharge of a pus. Next, what can it cause? It can cause the testes or prostate glands in males to become infertile. If we say infertile, you will not be able to have a baby. The next one is it can cause inflammation in a female's uterus. Again, it can cause inflammation in female's uterus. As you can see there, we have the comparison of a normal uterus and we have the inflammation of the uterus. Next is it could cause rheumatoid arthritis. Again, it could cause rheumatoid arthritis in the knees, wrist, elbows, and ankles. Next one is it could cause in females developing meningitis. Again, it could cause in females developing meningitis. And the last one, it could be transmitted to a newborn baby, which can cause eye infection or blindness. Again, it could be transmitted to a newborn baby, which can cause eye infection or blindness. So those are the cause of gonorrhea. Now let's move on to your activity to understand more the lesson. Our activity for today is answer the question. Instruction: choose the correct answer. Again, choose the correct answer. Let's go to question number 1. It is a disease that can be directly transmitted to the fetus in a womb that can cause abnormalities or death of the fetus. What do you think is the answer? Letter A, unintended pregnancy. Letter B, syphilis. Or letter C, gonorrhea. The answer is letter B, syphilis. Very good. Next, let's go to question number 2. It is a disease that can cause a discharge of a pus which stems from the urethra. A, unintended pregnancy. B, syphilis. Or C, gonorrhea. What do you think is the correct answer? You're correct. The correct answer is gonorrhea. Very good. Now let's move on to question number 3. It is a disease that can cause complication or abnormalities in major organs. A, unintended pregnancy. B, syphilis. C, gonorrhea. What is the correct answer? The correct answer is letter B. Very good. Now let's move on to question number 4. It's a problem that may lead to abortion, which can be dangerous. Again, it's a problem that may lead to abortion, which can be dangerous. A, unintended pregnancy. B, syphilis. Or C, gonorrhea. Very good. The correct answer is letter A. Now let's move on to the last question. That is question number 5. It is the time when feelings develop into strong sexual desires and when the body becomes physically mature. Again, it's a time when feelings develop into strong sexual desires and when the body becomes physically mature. A, childhood. B, adult. And C, adolescence. What do you think is the correct answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter C. Great job. Now that ends my video and hope you have learned a lot and see you next time.